Okay. So then go forward. Next verse. Okay. Yadananda leshehi samanadi vishwam. Yada bhati satve tada bhati sarvam. Yada lokena rupam anyat samastam. Parabrahma nityam tadevahamasmi. Yad ananda leshehi samanandi vishwam. Everyone becomes happy with what? With a little bit of the ananda that you are. I already said this actually yesterday. Any joy expressed anywhere in the world is you experiencing yourself. When the limitless nature of yourself manifests in the mind, it's experiential joy. It can come from anything. From a poor joke, a PJ, to something profound. Yeah. In fact, there is a book called Panchadashi. It says, Yoganande Brahmananda. The ananda you get out of yoga is actually belongs to the Brahman, the self. Vishyanande Brahmananda. The ananda that you get from experiences of beautiful things in the world belongs to the self. Music belongs to the self. Anywhere your mind gets a clearance, some technique, some experience, anything. As I said yesterday, gurgling baby. Mind gets a clearance. Anand, the limitlessness manifests, you experience joy. Therefore, all joy is actually non-different from you. That is why Advaite Anandamasti. Nice banana cake. We just had experienced it. But you have to become one with the cake. You sing there. That is not Ananda. Advaita Anandam. And both become one there because the experience is becoming one. Then there is Ananda. Yeah. So he says that's what he's saying here. Yet Ananda Leshe, some little bit. Why? Because you don't know your Brahmananda, etc. You don't know. Just a little bit. Samanadi Vishwam, the whole Vishwam world rejoices in that. Yad abhati sadveta abhati sarvam. Because I consciousness, everything else is known. Everything else abhati. If I consciousness out there, is there a world? Remember, event observer. So the I, the consciousness observer. Okay. Even in science, consciousness is a manifestation of matter. When matter evolves, consciousness gets manifest. So I asked the scientist, Big Bang was an event or not an event? It was an event. Who was the observer? If you're saying it's an event, there's an observer. You're meaning to say the observer came a million years after the event happened? So consciousness is not an evolute of matter, it's the other way around. Matter is manifest from consciousness. Apparent manifestation. All the theories, sattva, rajas, tamas, all that, fine. Whatever can manifest. Yeah. Therefore, yad bhati sattve, tad abhati sarvam. Everything else shines because I shine. You have this verse in the Arti in the temple, no? Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam. The sun and the moon cannot shine there. Nema vidito bhati, the flashy lightning cannot illumine you. Kutaha ayam agnihi. How can this fire light you up? Okay. Of course, the priest, his chanting is different. Okay. He's bored of his job. You're also not interested. You just want darshan. He's getting some coins that you put in, some note you put in as dakshana. Okay. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. In the light of the consciousness alone, the whole world shines. If there's no consciousness, there's nothing to be known, nothing to be done, nothing. Yeah. Therefore, it says, Yad alokena rupam anyat samastam. In the light of the consciousness alone, everything else shines, he says. Okay. Yad alokena. No Bengali here, right? Is there any Bengali here? No. You are? Okay, you've been there. Remember, there is that Rabindra Sangeet. Anandaloke. They sing it differently. Anandaloke. Mongololoke. Virajo Sautya Shundaro. Anandaloke. Mangala Aloke. In the world that is lit up by Ananda, everything is auspicious. Mangala Aloke. Virajate. Satya Sundara. Virajate. Satya Sundara. I will never forget this because I had a bashmate who would sing exactly like how I sang. You would make it worse, actually. I'm worse, you would make it better. Okay. I mean, Rabindra Sangeet, what can you say? So, in the light of the Lord, everything is shining. Because the Lord is nothing but consciousness. Swarupa of the Lord is nothing but consciousness. Manifestation is Ishvara, which we invoke in 100 different deities. Why? The whole creation is Ishvara's manifestation. Hey, when you want to draw my attention, let us say Moda wants to draw my attention. She's put up her hand, but I have not seen her. She'll touch my toe. She'll get all my attention. No? Touch my toe, only little. So you can invoke the Lord in any form. Not a problem. What is the form you can relate to? Stern, aloof, etc. Shiva. No, fun, etc. Vishnu. Mischievous, naughty, etc. Krishna. No. All the proper things of doing things. Rama. Yeah, I want a mother figure. What do you want, mother figure? Gentle or Amazonian? Amazonian, Durga. Gentle, Lalita, etc. Your choice. What do you want? How can you relate? That's your portal for relating. That's your doorway for entering into the understanding of Ishvara. You invoke any form. Huh?
It also changes.
Yeah, it also changes. Hey, I've been trained as a warrior all my life. What about that? Muruga? Yeah. Why not? Now in fierce forms. Kala Bhairava. Yeah. Kali. Pratingiri. Bagalamukhi. You want, Radhara? Hey, what do you want? What do you can relate to? Up to you. Invoke in any form. Invoking the Lord. Okay. Yeah, invoking the Lord. Yeah. Okay. Yadaloke nurupam anyat samastam. Parabrahma rupam tadeva hamas. That Parabrahma rupam is me. इतना ही बात है. Yeah. नहीं. Okay. There is no more worshipper and the worshipped. There is no devotee in the Lord further. There is only one consciousness. Your devotion has fulfilled itself. It has become parabhakti. You started with devotion. As you came from a traditional family. Your devotion. Many of us, sometimes we are rebelled and moved away. No? We all have. Many of us have. Too much of it, yeah, come on, I don't understand anything, all this nonsense going on. Yeah. Then, so after some time, you start questioning things. Your life is more or less settled. Then you start questioning. And when you start questioning, you come to a better understanding. Then you can pick up some of the things back. whatever you can relate to that. Or you may have some new things, that's also fine. Yeah, you may have something new, which is also fine. It's up to you. What do you want? So that Parabrahma Rupam, finally what? Lord and I are one and the same. There is no two. There's no two. Another great Bhakta, Hanumanji, Anjaneya. So at the end of Ramayana, battle is over and done. He's been crowned back in Ayodhya. The prince has returned home as a king. So he asks Hanumanji, Hanumanji, without you, none of this would have happened. You're the one who kept everything together. When I seem to have lost it, you helped me get it back. How do you relate yourself with me? Gives a beautiful answer. All three schools of Vedanta comes into this. Deha Drishtya, from the standpoint of the body, you're the Lord and Master. So Dasoham, I'm your servant, you're Dasaha. Because that's, I exist to serve. That's it. Jiva Drishtya, from the standpoint of me as an individual, my own mind, is that, etc. You're the total Ishvara, and I am part of you. Tvam Amshakaha. Vastu Buddhya, from the standpoint of reality of what I am, consciousness. Tume Vaham, you and I are one and the same. Iti me nishchit matihi. This is my clear-cut understanding, he says. So what do you classify Hanumanji as? Karma Yogi, he did so much. Bhakta or Jnani. He's a Jnani first and foremost. The role he was playing was Bhakta. The role he was playing was Karma Yogi, etc. Yeah. Diplomat, warrior. Nobody plays so many multiple roles. As a messenger to Lanka, diplomat. On the battlefield, force of nature. Yeah. The first taste Sita gets is when he's fighting in Lanka, all the thing, just to get an audience with the king. Sita is a warrior princess, not the, she was not like that. She was a warrior princess. Okay. She understood warfare. She has seen Rama single-handedly finishing off Khara and Dushasana and his whole army. That is what she understood. When she sees Hanuman, what type of battle is that? Yeah, he's a whirlwind going. Yeah, it's Vayuputra anyway. Yeah, it's an elemental force of nature. Wise person. Yeah. Devotee. Everything in. Meaning, you can play any roles. What difference does it make? You know the truth. Parabrahmameva aham asmi. Tvameva aham, you and I are one and the same. After that, what? What role to play? Any role is fine. You live by what? I mean, like how anyone lives, by your knowledge and your talents. No? Your knowledge and your talents. So same way, a wise person also lives like that. Knowledge and talents. I don't know. There is a, since I'm in England, there was a writer here called Somerset Maugham. Okay. Old school writer. Okay. Old school. Those who are 60 plus will remember it. Or 55 plus at least. Younger may not remember him. They may not know him. He's written a book, The Razor's Edge. Otherwise, he's just a romantic writer. But this book is exceptional. He writes about a World War I ace fighter pilot questioning life. Comes all the way to India. Meets Ramana Maharshi. Lives in his ashram for years. He knows the truth. Then in the story, he goes back to States. Lives as a taxi driver. Why? I don't want to get involved in life. My taxi will become my begging bowl. I'm living like a monk, but those days in States, you couldn't live as a monk. You'll be called a hobo. So, it's a true story. And Somerset Maugham writes, says, I don't understand everything that I've written. He admits that. What Larry says, for the hero of the story, says, I didn't understand everything, but I just reported it factually. Yeah. Different role, different culture, different society, different times. Yeah. What difference does it make? Punjabi, there's an expression. Ki farak painde? The expressions are beautiful, Ki farak painde? Or in Tamil, you'll say, Naya. Make a difference, Yeah. Keradam. The other worse versions, which I'm not saying. In polite company, I can't say those things. That's reserved for my sailor friends. Different role. You think I'm in this dress, but when I meet my sailor friends, I'm like this, I talk like this. No. They'll wonder what's wrong with this guy. He's always great. Because they know me in those days also his interest in all. Guy is not changed. He's become worse. Okay. Parabrahma nityam tadeva ahamasmi. So, simple verse. Okay. Any questions on this verse? Anything that you're not clear about? Always ask. Don't hesitate. Okay. Bhati sati tadbhati. All right. Yeah, we have done all this. Okay.
So your oneness is going from Aneka to the oneness which was mentioned here. It's going from Aneka to Eka to Arupa.
No. It's straight to the truth only. Yeah. Anantam vibham sarvo yonim niriham. Shivam sangahinam yad onkara gamyam. Nirakaram yajvalam mrityuhinam. Parabrahma nityam tadevahamasmi. Anantam, limitlessness. We have seen what limitless means. Unconditioned by time, space, etc. Okay. Vibhum. Vibhum is to be everywhere, all pervading. Vibhum. All pervading meaning? Okay. There is a very interesting dialogue here between Gargi and Yajnavalkya. So Yajnavalkya asks, Maitri, where are you? She is in front of your kutia. Where is your kutia? Where is the kutia? Tapovane, the place called Tapovan. There are 2-3 Tapovans in the Himalayas, but one is beyond Gangotri. Gomukh, beyond Gomukh, you climb up. Beautiful plateau. Maybe one time it is habitable. Now I think one sadhu stays there. Yeah. It's a trekking route because you have to trek to Gomukh and then climb the glacier and go on the other side. So he says, in Tapovanam, where is Tapovanam? Himalaya, in the Himalayas. Where is Himalayas? Bharata Varshe, in the land of Bharata. Where is Bharata Varshaha? In Bhugole, in this round earth. Where is the earth? Akashe. Where is Akasha? Manasi. Next question, she makes a slight mistake. Where is the mind? In the body. Where is the body? In front of your kutia. Where is the kutia? Tapovane. Tapovan. Himalaya. Bharatavarshe. Bhugole. Bhugolam. In Akashe. Space. Akasha. Manasi. Mind. Atmani. You have to find fire a retro rocket there. Atmani. Okay, yeah. The Arantam Vibhum. Okay. That is the meaning of Anantam Vibhum, because the whole space itself exists in the self. Yeah, Anantam Vibhum. Sarva Yonim Niriham. Okay. Sarva Yonim. The source of everything. Why is existence consciousness? Anything you see in the world is existence. It's a form of existence. So the source is what? Same existence consciousness. Somebody said the source is Ishvara. Yep. And what is Ishvara? Brahman. Yeah. Yeah.
I had a question with Vibhum. How do you reconcile sort of all-pervading with mithyatvam? I mean,
all-pervading with
mithyatvam.
Yeah. Because when you say all-pervading, you're taking the world into account. The whole universe is dependent on Brahman. A dependent reality is a mithya reality. Why is a kurta mithya? Because it depends on the cloth. Remember, mithya is not illusion, delusion, etc. To call it an illusion is a big delusion. Mithya means dependent reality. Something that exists depending on something else. Yes, Swamiji, that is true. I exist depending on my father-in-law. Oh, mithya is not that mithya we are talking about. Yeah. So that's how you reconcile it. Yeah.
So it's actually the same.
It's the same. Yeah, same. Sarva yonim. Niriham. Niriham basically means they're putting it as motionless, but it's actually free from any want. If you are limitlessness, what do you want? For the sake of another. Remember, when we say want something, need something, it's all for the sake of joy we are talking about, okay? For happiness, for fulfillment. Nothing. Somebody, if you're fulfilled, what do you need? Maybe a cup of tea. What? Yeah. Yeah. A ticket to go back. Practical things. For the sake of, for being happy, what do you need? Hey, I'm the source of happiness. We saw that in the previous verse. Yeah. For being happy, you need nothing. Swamiji, don't you feel lonely in your life? I'm the only thing in the universe. What are you talking about lonely? Or I can flip it around and say, I'm in harmony with the whole universe. So where is loneliness? I mean, I'm sure all of you have experienced it at some time or the other. Being alone need not mean being lonely. You can be in the midst of company, your family, and you want to do something and nobody understands you. In the midst of company, you feel lonely. No? We all have gone through that. I definitely have. I think people understood when I said I want to go and join the ashram, and they were very happy, proud of me. Which Indian parent will ever be proud of a boy who wants to walk out and be a sadhu, especially when he has a good career? This, that, what idiotic thing you're doing? You're throwing away your life. My father was so angry. He said, "Get out of the house." Dad, that's exactly what I'm telling you. Get out. Yeah. For Indian parents, this get out of the house is a common threat. That's exactly what I'm telling you. Yeah. Mom, don't you care about your sister's marriage this time? All this money that is for that. Nobody will respect. What do you mean nobody will respect? Finally, we received a proposal from a family that respected what I was doing. God, thank you. So, niriham, free from all desires, therefore free from all activities. What do you mean, Swamiji, free from all? Aren't you not teaching now? No, I'm not teaching. Did you not travel all the way from Bombay to? No. I was already here before I stepped onto the flight. As what? As consciousness. Consciousness does not do, consciousness does not travel. It's always there. This entity, yeah, that does all that. So, karmani, in action, akarmaya pashyet Gita, who sees the actionlessness in all activities. I am actionless. Actions happen in the body and mind. So very focused, that all that will happen. But I consciousness, what? Are you teaching? No. Are you teaching? Yes. Really? No. You see, it's paradoxical. Now, what can I do if the truth is like my girlfriend? Paradoxical. What do I do? It's a woman's right to be paradoxical. So what? The truth is also like that. Niriham. Shivam Sangahinam. Shivam here means Moksha Surupam. The real meaning of Shiva is Mangalyam. That which is good for all people at all times. What is that? Ananda. Moksha. Freedom from your sense of limitation. That's the only thing that's good for all people at all times. No? Otherwise, what is good for all people at all times? Samji, this nice gulab jamun. I'm diabetic. What do you mean it's good for me? I am not. That's why I can afford to eat. Yeah. For a diabetic, that's like almost like poison. Yeah. So, Shivam Moksha Sarupam Sangahinam, free from dependency on anything. Sangaha. It is not Sangaha that, oh, the sadhus are free from all company. Wise man, if you're a wise person, you'll be aloof from the society. Sangaratova, Bhogaratova, Yogaratova, Sangaratova, Sangavihinaha, Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam, Nandati, Nandati, Nandati eva. Bhajagovindam. You may be living a life of bhoga, like Krishna. Life of yoga, like Vyasa's son Shuka. Sangaratova. Always some people are around the guy. Sangavihinaha. Roams in the Himalayas, like Tapovan Maharaj. Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam, one whose mind is reveling in Brahman. That is the guy who's Ananda. So Sangahina meaning, yeah, it's true. No? Is there anything, anybody other than yourself? Swamiji, there are 20 people here. All are Namarupas for one consciousness alone. That is the ultimate Sangahina. Otherwise, Sangahina is something practical. Tell me, if you're living a family life, where can you truly be Sangahina? You're having a family, 5, 6 people around. Shall I tell you where? Toilet seat. People will leave you alone there.
Maybe if it's only one toilet.
I'm joking. Okay, I have this habit of being irreverent in my teaching. Sangahina. No, Sangahina means the only reality. Everyone is a manifestation of what you are. So where are you and I different? We are one. Yeah. True. That's what it is. Yeah. Yad Omkara Gamyam. It's a very beautiful word. Okay, whole of Mandukya Karika is based on this Omkara. You know, the rishis wanted a name for Ishvara. For God, they wanted a name. What name will you give? You give any name, you exclude everything else. No? Because a name distinguishes you from everything else. That's what a name is doing. No? Yeah. So, what name can you give? Nor can you say all names. No? You won't live long enough for that. The name of everything that's there in the universe. Because Ishvara is manifest as the whole universe. All forms are his forms, all names are his names, her names. So how are you going to talk? So they said, they were smart about it. I said, okay. All names are nothing but words, sounds. For a human being, all sounds start from the gullet, end at the lips. So they said, okay, let us make a sound with open mouth from the gullet. Close your mouth and make a sound. One word, alphabet they chose, one sound they chose, because alphabet represents sounds. One sound they chose for everything in between. Ooh. Ooh. Say it fast. You'll get Om. Ekamatra, simple sound. There is one very famous spiritual teacher in India. That's not how you are supposed to chant it, okay? There is a phonetic combination of words. So Sandhi rules. Sandhi rules is phonetic combination. When they phonetically combine together, they form Om, one single syllable. I know in yoga and all you extend it. Om. As energy work, breathing exercise, it's okay. It's a breathing exercise. As energy work, it's okay. But in understanding, Om, single syllable, Ekaksharam. So now look at it. The Om stands for all sounds, all words, and Ishvara is everything. Therefore, Om is the best name for Ishvara. It is not a Sanskrit name. It's phonetics. It's human. Yeah. So Om can be accepted anywhere by anyone. Because it's not a Hindu name. I mean, Hindus use it. It's supposed to be a pratika. Pratika meaning a sound, symbol, not a murti, not a pratima. That's why, really speaking, you're not supposed to write down Om and things like that. Why? Because when I say Om, what should be in your mind? Ishvara. But when I say Om, what comes in your mind? No. That's a mistake people made later on by giving it a form. No. Therefore, Om is a word for Ishvara. When you say Om, whole of the Ishvara comes in. Everything. Om represents everything.
Swamiji, that letter also cannot be used in any of
Huh?
the writings. That letter, alphabet Om, cannot be used in any of the writings.
No, it is not used anywhere else.
Because you can't use
You can't
it,
write
but
it, and no, you are not supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Brihaspatis will do that, but it's not supposed to. Not supposed to. Somebody, one of Swamiji's devotees, great love and affection, got me a small Om made out of gold. The Swamiji, this is for you. Don't give it away. I know you give away things that you have. Okay, then I opened it. Oh. With all this love and affection, Nirmal Gupta, she's much older than love and affection, she's given it to me. I can't say no. It's a gift out of love. Thank you, ma'am. Where is it? Locked away in my cupboard. Good. Yeah. I'm going to wear it. I'm not going to use it. I'm not even going to keep it in my puja room. Why? It's a sound. The sound is the important thing. That sound represents Ishvara. What about the consciousness, which is the truth of Ishvara? The silence from where the Om came, the silence into which it is resolved. That represents consciousness. What we did in our meditation. Thought rises, the mantra rises in silence, dies down into silence. That silence, Om comes from the silence, dies down into the silence. That silence represents Brahman. So everything is represented by Om. It's called Amatra Om. Om without a matra, meaning without a chant. Yeah?
Swamiji, based on that, in the meditations we do, we don't stop at Om, right? We say Om Namah Shivaya.
Yeah, you can. Now what happens is, they say a mantra becomes a mantra only when you add Om to it.
Yeah.
If not Om, you need to add a Bijakshara to it. Only then it becomes a mantra. That's why Om is added to
Yes.
everything. Yeah.
But why not? I'm just wondering, why not just to Om and Om?
You can.
You can.
You can. But the idea is, I mean, it's found by experience, use, that if you chant only Om, there are a lot of vairagya. Feel like walking away from it all. So they say for householders, don't do that, because You are needed there. You need to do things. And if you feel like walking away, you will be in a conflict. One side your duties will pull you here, one side this Vairagya will pull you there. So add a mantra to Omkara. You are reducing the impact actually.
But somewhere in the Mantra Shastras, they say.
Or what? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Mantra Shastras.
Pancha?
Mantra Shastra. Mantra Shastra.
Yeah.
In that Om, you cannot just Om or any Bijakshara mantra.
We can't just chant Om. Yeah, that's because of this.
Initiated by a.
That's why you add it to some mantra.
So
Om Namah Shivaya, for example. Om Ishaya Namah.
simply without.
No, don't chant just Om.
I mean, Om Namah Shivaya. It's any mantra associated with the Bija mantra, you cannot chant. That is what.
So any mantra will either have Om or a Bijakshara. Yeah.
Without initiation from the Guru, you cannot do.
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding your question.
Swamiji, she's saying without initiation from the Guru, can
Okay.
we chant this? Is what she asked.
Yeah, now that is a big thing. It is true that when a Guru initiates you, he looks into your psyche through some questions, that, etc., finds out what is best suited for you, or finds out your life, what you need in your life, and chooses a mantra for you.
So by chance, if I say
Listen, you asked a question, listen to that answer before you ask the next question. Okay. So he gives it. Now, I don't have a guru, but I feel the need to chant a mantra. Then what do? Any spiritual teacher who's inspired you, or the Lord himself, Lord Shiva himself, Lord Vishnu, keep him as your guru, take that mantra and chant. His grace will guide you. That's one other way of doing it. What deity will it be? Ishtam. First and foremost is what you can relate to. That's the most important. Or Kula Devata. Your ancestors have been worshipping a particular deity, that grace will flow through into your life. Many often, like when we come to UK, etc., we lose touch with our Kula Devata. So it's good. Once in a way, at least go pay homage there or send some donation there to your Kula Devata. It's good to do that. Okay. Good to do that because the grace flows through then, because that connection is there, the grace flows through. Or look into your horoscope. What do you need? My guru is weak, Brihaspati. Jupiter is weak. Luck is poor. Chant a Vishnu mantra. There's another way of doing it. Mangal strong. Then Devi mantra. Devi mantra. Shani is strong. Shiva. Yeah. So from your horoscope, there's various ways of picking up a mantra.
because I was disappointed.
Go by Ishtam. What do you feel? That's the simplest. And that's valid. In the Shastra, that is valid way of doing it. Yeah, valid way of doing it. Yeah, people come to me for mantra diksha. I check up with their psyche first. What is there? Yeah, what is there? Or sometimes you do mantra for a temporary thing. I'm going through a phase where money, etc., is problematic. Say a Lakshmi mantra or a Lakshmi Kubera mantra. That may not be my regular mantra, but I pick up that. Or some healing is necessary. Dhanvantri. Vishnu as a divine healer. So this is need-based. Remember, every religious ritual is for a purpose. So keep the purpose in mind and become. Yeah.
In many yoga practices, there is Om highlighted.
Huh?
In many of the yoga practices, there is Om highlighted.
Sorry, I'm not getting you.
So in many of the yoga practices,
Yeah.
Om is chanted its own, and even
I know it distorted in a way. Yeah. So it's not often used. Traditional in our, traditional yoga schools and all. In the public, you use all this. Otherwise, not used. You will use other words. Like you will use the word hum a lot. Because you want that, actually what you're looking for is that vibrationary effect of the last word. So you'll use hum. Yeah, it works the same. Yeah. Yeah. You want to? what do you call, stimulate your Swadhisthana chakra. What is the sound for Swadhisthana? Lam? Huh? Hum. Yeah. But when you first want to stimulate, when you're doing a practice, it's not even hum, but you're just using it to stimulate to get the thing in motion. So it depends on. Yeah, so you always do it under a guru, under a teacher, because there's so many variations necessary. Yeah. You can't learn by experimentation, because with the process of experimentation, some damage can also happen. So don't do it that way. Yeah. Yeah, who's that in the yoga festival? Sumit, who does all that meditation on every chakra. Okay. Okay. I watched it once. Okay. Can't do any damage, so I'm not going to do any correction there. Because when I said the guy is doing mantras for chakras and all, I said I better watch, because those are dangerous things to play around with. I watched. I said, okay, this is basic. No damage can be done. No problems. Yeah, otherwise damage can be done. Yeah. You're focusing on energy centers. Either your organs can go haywire or your mind can go haywire. Yeah. So all this you practice with a trained practitioner, not someone who has picked up something here and there, Yeah. In fact, the sound associated with each mantra, each chakra, is a sound that is made when the energy goes through that chakra. So if you're examine meditation, you will hear it. Even if you're hard of hearing like me, you will hear it because it's internal sound. That's the sound of that opening up. So you hope to use the sound and open it up. The process is reverse actually. And then how do you open it up? Oh, there are other exercises that you do, other breathing techniques you do, other meditation techniques you do. That's how you know. But that's all a separate system, not necessary for moksha, not necessary to find your fulfillment. Yeah, not necessary to find your fulfillment. You had a question.
Answered my questions.
Okay.
Just gonna ask how can you please elaborate on the
Yeah.
yogas and the different chakras and how they would probably elevate someone.
Not necessary. Yeah.
So you answered
But
my question.
many are doing yoga, so they get exposed to all this. So I have to take care of the exposure that people have. That's a yeah. So there's where it is. So I have experimented with system just to know what it is. For me, main thing is always Vedanta. But I know the sides. That if people come and ask me, okay, this much you can do, not a problem. Other things, be careful. If the guy is a seasoned practitioner, he knows what it is talking about, traditional master, no problems. Yeah. But many people on their own reading and all do all these things. This guy is like that. But no damage done, it is fine. If damage cannot be done, some of those things may help a little bit. So that much is okay. It can't cause any damage. Because then I'm okay. I will keep off. If there's someone is doing that some cause damage, then I quietly do what I have to do. It works, it works. If it doesn't work, people still continue with that. They prarabdha. What can I do? But I will say what I have to say. Yeah. That much is my responsibility. Rest is theirs. Yeah.
Also, there's reference of how a person, even in Gita, chapter 8, it talks about how a person, different ways of
Yeah.
getting liberated. So in that...
So take what you want. See, nobody can do everything. You do what applies to you. Yeah. Because the Gita, the Veda, etc., reveals the whole of humanity. Nobody can do everything. Nobody need to do everything. What you need, you pick up and do. That's why those sections are huge. Vedanta is very simple, a few pages. That's it. Okay, go. Yeah. So for preparing the mind, what you need, you do. Basically, the attitude of Karma Yoga, Ishvara Arpanam Prasada Buddhi. Why? That takes care of your mind. That takes care of your growth. Takes care of your maturity. You don't have to do anything differently. Different thing. Spend half an hour morning, evening. No. I'm a busy person. Good. More occasions for the attitude to come in. No? So that works well. That works well. So your life becomes a sadhana 24/7. What can be better than that? Your whole waking hours is sadhana now. Yeah.
So Swamiji, on the Ishwarapana Prasada Buddhi,
Mm.
so for someone who has adequate insights and they even start Nididhyasana,
Mm.
and if they face the challenges of day-to-day life,
Mm.
at a certain point, are they to resort to Nididhyasana or go back to Karma Yoga Buddhi?
It's not exclusive. Not exclusive. Nididhyasana, you're doing to own up the knowledge into your life.
Yes,
If the knowledge is owned up, you don't need anything else.
correct.
If it is not owned up, automatically those old attitudes will come to handle the challenge. No?
Hmm.
You are meditating on I am Brahman. Tat para Brahman aham asmi. Okay. Then you're living a life.
Yes.
You face a challenge. The knowledge will be there on one side.
Yeah.
The attitude will be there on the other side. Making the picture complete.
Right.
Yeah.
So both go hand in hand.
Both will go hand in hand because you're living by that attitude. No? Yeah. You're living by that attitude all these years. So that's always been there. And the knowledge is also some insights you have had. So that'll also flow through. Both will flow through. It's not that this and this.
Right.
That's categorization. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Keshavam Sarvahingam Yed Omkara Gamyam. Yeah. But what Nirakaram itself does not have any form. All forms are my forms, but I don't have a form. I'm in and through every form, but myself, no form. Formless reality. Nirakaram. Okay. Atyujjalam Mrittihinam. Atyujjalam. Resplendent. Yeah, Swamiji, I always see a glow on your face. That's oily complexion. That's got nothing to do with it. Ujjvala meaning in the form of radiant consciousness. The word light is very often used to indicate consciousness. So then sometimes people convert that into meditation. Meditate upon the light within you. Narayana. Anything they make a mess of. Anything is taken and made into a mess. No. The idea is Ujjvala meaning, you can meditate on night, that's for a different thing, okay? Yeah, you can meditate on darkness also. Yeah, there are meditation like that in the darkness. Careful, okay, when you try that. Yeah, but here it means nothing but consciousness. Ujjalam, that lights up the whole world. Ujjalam. Mrityuhinam. You're free from time. Where is death, etc.? Why Mrityu is mentioned separately? That's what people are wrestling with now. The common person, death is a big thing. That's why very often for moksha, birth and death are used. Why? Both you're helpless. You didn't ask to be born. Your karma brought you here. Okay. Karma brought you. You want to be born into this place? Helplessness, karma. And death, also helplessness. Standing in front of you, now what? I want some more time. Helpless. I want to die. Yama says, wait, prarabdha baki hai. My mother did that. Lord is not taking me. I'm not going to eat or drink. She did that. But she lasted 3 months. Can you imagine lasting 3 months without food and drink? Nobody lasts that long. But her prarabdha was strong. Her will was strong. Now there's a clash. So balanced out 3 months. Or probably it would have become 3 years. We got enough. Yeah. Yeah. Helplessness both ways. Yeah. You started on the one and then it's taking so long. I thought I'll go in 2 weeks. Taking long. Yeah. So that helplessness to indicate, they'll say birth and death. Because you don't have a control on it. Yeah, because it happened in Bombay. This guy took poison. Abhi kya hai? I'll die. But somebody found him. Then after some time, he opened his eyes. Found a beautiful face looking at him. Oh my God, it's an angel. Am I in heaven? You are in Sion Hospital, local ward. I'm the nurse here. Poison was adulterated. Like everything is adulterated. Even poison got adulterated. Yeah. Helplessness there. Okay. So even if you want to die, sometimes you know. Sometimes you don't want to die, but death comes. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I should not be alive here. The situations I've been, I should not be sitting here and talking to you. My time is not up, so I'm here. Time is not up, so I'm here. Mrityuhinam. Okay. I'm timelessness. What you're talking about, death. Death is an indication to show I am timeless. He has covered that before. The timelessness. Parabrahma nityam tadeva ahamasmi. And that Parabrahma, that consciousness, limitlessness. Okay. So that refrain at every verse, any of the verse or any of the words from the verse can be used to invoke in meditation, bring that knowledge into meditation. Any of these verses, all these verses are actually contemplative verses. Yeah. Anantam vibhum sarvayonim niriham shivam sarvamhinam sangahinam yadonkara gamyam Nirakaramatya mrityuhinam parabrahma nityam tadevahamasmi. You chant that, you can be in meditation. This is one chant, the whole verse. But to use the whole verse in meditation, better to by heart it. Otherwise, you'll be looking. They say use a short word, short mantra to get into meditation. Yeah. Clear? Nirakaram janam parabrahma nityam tadeva. Okay. Now, when you say nididhyasana, one of the points to make here. Up to the fact that I'm silence awareness, anyone and everyone can do. Okay. Like in the meditation we did in the morning. We'll have one round of it afterwards also, so that you're at home with that. Okay. Anyone can do this. Use a japa, use a chant, get into this. Okay. It can be done. Then Nididhyasana is more than that. It involves a bit more studying, bit more understanding. So those who are my regular students in the classes, they know what is more. No, all of you know that. You can do more than that. So otherwise, it requires some understanding. The more you understand the truth, remember, Nididhyasanam is to own up the truth. Remember that poor rich man, the beggar who became rich overnight. Nididhyasanam is to break that conditioned behavior. Lifetimes I have lived as a beggar, meaning samsari. Lord, give me this, Lord, give me that, Lord, give me this, give me that. I want this, I want that. Nothing wrong. It's better to ask the Lord than the local godfather. You're not going to ask God, whom are you going to ask for? So it's fine. Nothing wrong in that. But that old conditionings are strong, no? As I said, meat and potatoes thinking, dal chawal thinking. Yeah. My comfort food. So this has been my comfort position. No new knowledge happens in Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana, you're making the knowledge that you have gained in the Shravanam your own. That's why it's an independent activity. There is some guidance available in terms of taking a guided meditation, etc. But Nididhyasanam is always an independent activity that you do on your own. Why? Because you have to own it up. One word may work for somebody else, some other word may be working for someone. For someone, mrityuhinam. Good. Someone, anantam. Which is the word that'll bring in the whole teaching into your mind? Without elaborateness. It is not sitting down and saying, anantam, yeah, limitlessness. Swamiji said this, that, etc. Okay. Who remember the story also? Okay. No. That's you're remembering the teaching. You're remembering the essence of the teaching. Limitlessness. That's it. Not the story, not the this. You're seeing the truth of every word that you're using there. So in the teaching, there is elaborateness because it's a question of understanding. There's some humor. This is a story to illustrate. All that is there. Why? Because that's how understanding plays. Now, understanding has taken place. Consciousness. Right. From who am I started all that. And so in Nididhyasana, you don't start with who am I? I'm not the body. I'm not. You can do. There's a verse like that, no? Which very popular. Everyone chants it. Okay. Mano, Buddhya, Ahankar, that one. Yeah. Baby, you can bhajan out of it. It's good to hear it, but without understanding, it has no meaning. So you take. Even it's a small one. I'm not the body, I'm the one who's aware of the body. Sit down. Okay. Objectify the body thoroughly. Then. Objectify your mind. Objectify your knowledge. So I've been teaching the regular traditional structure. The next meditation we'll drop that. Or you want to do it right now because you're more alert now than afternoon. Okay. So right now. Teaching is unstructured and creative, okay, as it happens. Yeah. That's what makes teaching. And then can do this in an immersive experience, like in a camp or something like that. That's where the advantage. Yeah. Remember, it is witnessing. So you're going to witness action also. What is witnessing of action? Take your hand. Any hand, your dominant hand. Keep rotating. Keep movement. Any movement. Slow. And just keep watching the movement. You're triggered of the action with your intention. After that, it's happening. You're watching this. Any moment it can be, okay? You're just witnessing. Now you're understanding what witnessing is about. This is it. Any action. The hand can move in any way. It doesn't matter. What I'm doing is all the fighting movements. People don't recognize that, but it is. Okay, it's just sheer witnessing. This is what you mean by witnessing. Now we said, just be aware of the body. Objectify the body. It's natural for you. You're the eye, the witness, objectifying the body. See the sensations in your body. That will help you objectify the body. There's always some sensation. Where your hands are resting, there's sensation. You're sitting, there's sensation. Just witness all the sensations. You may suddenly find there is stiffness somewhere. Okay, you're now witnessing, you're not releasing it. You're just witnessing. What are the sensations in your face? There will be some sensation. You may not have been aware of it before. I'm making you consciously aware of it. The sensation in your arms, in your palms. In your stomach. In your feet. Objectify your breathing, your prana. Just witness it. I'm not my breath, I'm watching my breath. I'm not the prana, I'm the one who's watching it, witnessing it. Just watch your energy levels. Are you feeling alert? Feeling sleepy? Feeling tired? Just objectify. Witness it. Feeling fine? Witness it. What are you feeling emotionally right now? Maybe calm? Maybe disturbed? Maybe a little bit of frustration? What? Any emotion, just witness it. I'm not the emotion, I'm the one who's watching the emotion. Sometimes, when you witness the emotion, you're not supposed to be carried away by that emotion. Just witness it. Sometimes, as you're witnessing, the emotions will die down. What are the thoughts coming up in your mind? Thoughts will come and go. It's natural for the human mind to be thinking. What are the thoughts? Witness them. You don't try to identify them, classify them, judge them, nothing. You're just watching the thoughts come and go. I'm the Sakshi, the witness, the one who's witnessing the thoughts. I am the silent witness here, from the body to the thoughts, witnessing everything that is there. That witness, I am that pure consciousness, limitless consciousness. I is me. Consciousness not inside the body. The body is in consciousness. That pure consciousness is myself. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamagacchate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You can come back. Cup your eyes if you want to. Another way. You don't have to go through the traditional thing. What is works for you, works for you.
We can do this open eye too.
You can do it open eyes. Want to do it with open eyes? Here, right here. Look at the flower. Okay, this is external now. The flower is an object of my perception. Color. What is the flower? Just a hydrocarbon. Just a molecule. The truth of that. The flower is nothing but pure existence, manifest in a name and form. That existence is me, I, the consciousness. That flower and I. Consciousness with a name and form. Consciousness with a mind. I am that consciousness. Open eyes, you're looking at the flower and coming to the same understanding. Open eyes, closed eyes, sitting, standing, walking. Walking, be careful if you're walking on the roads. Of course, here drivers are very polite. They'll stop. If you do walking like in Bombay, you'll remain pure consciousness. You'll drop the body physically. Are you getting this thing? It's all. The truth is so simple. Contemplation is so simple. Meditation is so simple. Why all the hoo-ha around it? Hoo-ha is meant to engage your mind. So the traditional presentation or a yogic presentation, you do the chant, this, that, like, whatever it is, it's all to gather your mind so that you can be there. So what will I do? What works for me? There may be a day, mind is too disturbed. I can't meditate. I want to, but I can't. Take a cup of tea or coffee. Sit down by the window. Watch things happening. Keep sipping. Because this activity will distract you from all other activities. To help you focus, like japa. It'll help you focus. Japa is now, today is not working for me. Sip, watch. Everything coming and going. Agama, Paino, Anityaha. All these are things come and go, the Anityas. Sipping. Watching. Sipping. Back. Use whatever prop works for you. Japanese have made it very structured. Tea ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah. A beautiful ceremony. Once long back, young lady invited me for that. Honored. Fine. It's heavens and nothing. Awarefulness. Rotate clockwise 36 times. The sugar and the tea put into that hot water. Okay? 36 times. Anti-clockwise 24 times. Because you are invoking two energies. Okay. Then keep it down. Cup is given to you. You know that you keep sipping and sipping. No, you keep it down. Structured. There is sitting by the window and watching unstructured. That's the only difference. This is structured, formalized. Because you have to do it this way. Keep it down. After every sip, keep it down. And I'm thinking by the time I finish, that will get cold. It's not the drinking tea that is important. It is what it does to your mind that is important. If you want to have a hot cup of tea, have it later. This is formalized. Yeah. Helping you quieten your mind and everything. Yeah. Yeah. Everything works. Yeah. So, meditation can be structured when you're doing it on a regular basis. One day, if the structure doesn't work, get to the unstructured version. Your mind will get back into it. Today, I'm too busy. I have to cook a lot. Cook. Bring that awarefulness into it. Yeah. It can be contemplating. Ironing clothes can be contemplating. Anything can be. Anything can be contemplating. Some of you here are doing the art of the stick and the spear and everything. No? Learning from. That can be contemplating. So what it is fast. Mind is calm, centered. What thing happens. You find you're getting better at it actually. Yeah. Yeah. Anything. The whole idea is to get a mind that is contemplating, calm, peaceful, centered. Then you introduce Nididhyasana into it. The teaching in its essence you introduce. So that it becomes yours. After that one, enjoy life. What else is there? Yeah. Because everything is enjoyment. Yeah.
If, say, one day the mind is very agitated.
One day?
No, say one day your mind is very agitated.
Yeah.
Then you have to use whatever to calm it
Yeah,
down.
whatever. That's why I said tea, drink the tea and watch. You'll find it coming down. You know what men do without really understanding? Have you seen men at the end of a working day watching TV? What do they do? Think they're watching a program? They're channel surfing, no? What is the guy doing? 1 to 200, 200 to 100. Are you seeing anything? This comes from our past. When we were hunters, we are sitting and watching. So this is now becomes TV. Tuck, 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 tuck. Yeah, watching. The men do it unconsciously, but they're referring back to the days when they were hunters. That's a subconscious thing. So the channel surfing helps you quieten the mind because he has been out there busy with things. Nowadays, I find women also doing it because they are also in the same world. Yeah, it is true. I watch society, I learn from what's happening. I see this happening. Because one day I found myself doing it. Huh? Why am I doing this? Oh, by doing this, okay. Where did it come from? Somewhere this is primitive. Then I said, okay, hunter watching the horizon. When are the prey going to appear? It's too small, I can't catch it. This is too big, I can't handle it. Channels are. We all men find it relaxing. What are you watching? Not watching anything. you're not even be evaluating what is going on. You may not even be involved in it. Another way. Couldn't mind. Now what? Now I'm ready to do what has to be done. Because that is, putting out other things aside. Chalo. Do what works. Do what works. Traditional thing, do some japa. But mind is too agitated to do japa, then what do I do? See, to do japa, your mind has to be relatively calm. No? Then you're calming it further and then getting into the thing. No? But it's too disturbed even for that. Put on some music and dance. Everyone loves that. Music and dance. Then all that energy is sort of session, then fine. No. What dance? Anything. Yeah. I mean, it's not the dance that matters. It's that expending that activity, that extra energy going off, that is what matters. Go for a walk. Walk can be very contemplative. But be careful where you're walking. Because now you have to be careful. Harish Salve was talking about his wife being mugged on Bond Street. Things are getting a little bit risky here because of the illegal immigration that's happening from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Rohingyas, etc. The problem. So be careful where you're walking and contemplating. Yeah. In Bombay, sometimes when I go for a walk in the night, I carry a walking stick. Samji, you don't need a walking stick. I don't need it. The dogs need it. The dogs need it. Samji, but you have more effective things than a walking stick. I have, but that will involve injuring the dog. I can carry a nunchaku and go one whack, the dog is dead. But I don't want to kill a dog for all the aggressiveness he has. So carry a walking stick, he remains away, bark from far. So you have to be careful where you're doing what. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. Yeah. Do what works. Finally, in life, there is one principle you have to live by. Do what works. Don't waste your time and effort on something that is not working. Do what works. Yeah, because that's what you want is results. No? Samji, I'm working without expecting results. And come, work for me. You won't get anything. You don't want results. I expect results from you. You better. It's a good way of getting volunteers to do free labor. Like the student volunteers in our yoga festival. But they get credits, they get food and drink, they get a chance to attend any of the lectures. So there is a give and take there. May not be much in terms of money, but in other things it is there. Yeah. Student volunteers, credits, etc. is important for them. Yeah. So do what works. That's fine. If you do that, life is simple. Like when I was doing that meditation practice that I talked about last time. Not working. What is wrong in the whole thing? It's not that my Atma is not Ananda, his Atma is Ananda. What's wrong in the practice I'm doing? What's wrong in the methodology? It's not working. I will stick at it for the next 10 years. You've gone crazy. Not working. Examine the process. What's happening? Yeah, that doesn't mean after doing 3 days you examine the process. You're not even got into it. But so much is not working. It won't work. You have to make it work. Remember, in any practice, it's you who make it work. So your commitment, your discipline, your this thing, that's what makes it work. Because the most important thing in anything is you. You make it work. But at the end of some time and effort and commitment, it's not working, then examine it. What's wrong? That's why I talked about 2-3 different things. It's the traditional thing, but to get there sometimes may be difficult. Therefore, do other things. Get into it. Yeah. Then later on, you can see about moving meditation and things like that. Yeah, you can move and be in contemplating. Yoga practice is actually meant to be that. Yeah. Moving meditation. You're moving into different flowing from one asana to another, vinyasa, but mind is still contemplating. Fine. Yeah. Higher levels of martial art training is like that. Calm, centered. No thinking. Let actions flow. Because you have practiced things thousands of times. So now, don't think and plan and strategy. Respond to the situation. Go with the energy. Just flow. Just flow. From this calm center, you function. You're meditating. Okay, mind is calm and peaceful now. Introduce the learning. Introduce the learning. And sit or stand wherever. Introduce that learning. Ah, great. In a little bit of time, it is yours. And if the teaching is yours, you're fine. You got it. I'm not ending it here because there are 2 more verses. Otherwise, I could end it here. I make each class complete. I could end it here. But there are 2 more verses. If I end it here, you'll say, well, 2 verses Swamiji didn't do. We'll do that after lunch. Any questions? Shoot. I told you, we have enough time to do all the 8 verses. 2 days, 8 verses. Plenty of time. Only 8 verses. That gave me the elbow room to go elaborate and bring in the sides and everything. I could have done 16 verses also. Could have. There's time enough. Up to 16 for 2 days is enough time. But no, keep it simple so I can digress, I can do this. So the understanding is better. You've been in camps, no? When I've taken 1 verse and done all 4 days, you can do it that way also. 1 verse and all the 4 days, 1 verse. This Vijnana Nauka also I did in a 4-day camp. Yeah.
You did one for half sentence.
Satyam Jnanam Anandam Brahman, whole camp, 1 verse. Brahma Satyam Jnanam, 1 verse. Yeah. So you can. So, it's based on how much we can get, how much we can understand, how much we can make it our own. That is important.
What was now that
Huh?
she mentioned Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, thought came into my mind.
Yeah.
It's not Jagat Mithya and hence Brahma Satyam, right?
It doesn't matter. Either way you can say it. He started it that way. In fact, he didn't start with that. He said, Ardha Shlokena Pravikshami.
Yeah.
In half a sloka, I'll tell you. Yaduktam Grantha Kotibhi, what is said in crores of Granthas. Then he says, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Jivo Brahmaiva. Enough. He still has a little bit left. Na aparaha. For emphasis. That's only for emphasis. He's already said in less than half a verse. All that is there.
Brahma Satyam itself is enough. Right?
Enough, exactly. Yeah. So, but explanation, you can take a month on it. A month they can take.
Lifetimes to
Yeah, you can. If you understand it, you can understand it like this, or you may take lifetimes to understand it. It's up to you. Basically, simple. Think clearly, feel strongly, act decisively. All of Adhikaritvam is this only. That is broken up, Viveka, Vairagya, all that fine. Yeah. All that is summed up in these 3 lines.
Sutras, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sutras.
Yeah.
Swamiji, in the earlier camp, your Swamini had done Brahma with Ashirvada.
Brahma?
Brahma with Ashirvada, the text. So there also there were Nididhyasanam words.
Yeah.
So
Nididhyasanam will come in every text. Every big, small text like this, there'll always be some Nididhyasana. Why? Because how else are you going to own it up and make it your own? Uttama Dakar is like Shvetaketu, Maitreyi, Gargi, Arjuna. They didn't need meditation. They were integrated minds, very prepared minds. But I find that only in the pages of the Upanishads or the Gita. I don't find that in real life. Real life and our life. That life was also real life. In our life, I don't find it because we are not that equipped. Yeah. I find in the ashram, my batch, 70 students, There were two who went through the whole course and proved that Vedanta is true. Why? They remain changeless. Nothing changed in them. Whole course they went through.
Maybe it changes at a subtle level.
I mean, I'm not mentioning their names and everything. Okay. Yeah, I won't. That's bad. That's not a good thing to do. Yeah. Because on the last day, he asked the same question he had asked on the first day. I told him that personally, one-on-one. Champ, what have you done in the ashram for the last 3 years? This is a question you asked on the first day. First week, you asked this question. Not yet clear to me what to do. I said, keep studying. What else? Keep studying, see what is inside necessary. Take care of things. Yeah.
Is it because there isn't faith in
Too much of
Vedas?
resistance, too much of
Resistance?
not enough negation done. He's listened to it, but not done it. Ideas, holding on to certain ideologies, certain.
But I can't remember which text it is, but I think in one of the texts it says that you need to have that belief that the Vedas will take you there, you know? That
It's not belief.
or
It's
Shraddha,
more than-
yes, sorry.
Okay, let me ask you. Somebody asked me, do you have a change for $100? I have my wallet inside. I don't know. Do I change for $100? I don't know. But I know one thing for sure. If I look, I will
Fine.
know.
I will know, yes.
Isn't that true? If I look, I will know. Is that belief?
No.
It's much more, no?
Yeah.
It's the trust that you have.
Yeah.
It's the confidence that you have in your eyes.
Exactly.
That if you look, you will know. You may have change, you may not have change. But you will know if you look. So that is the trust and confidence expected into Vedanta. If you look, you will know. It's more than belief, it's trust, it's confidence. You treat the Veda, this whole learning, as sacred as your eyes. Yeah. That is the thing. If you do that, it's much faster, much easier. But it's not the first step. You get there. It takes time. You find certain learning. That is fine. This is working. Yeah, that is true. Then in time, that much of trust and confidence happens. And you don't trust everyone in the first meeting. It takes time. Those people who are meeting me for the first time, by now some trust and confidence has come. First day. Yeah. In fact, one guy walked into my class. He told me this honest names. This guy is teaching. He doesn't look traditional. What type of jokes is he cracking? There. First class, he was like that. But he's stuck. And now he's not going to go anywhere. Yeah. But because the trust and confidence grows, if you have a certain expectation of what the teacher is, and the guy doesn't fit in, I definitely don't fit in. Someone like Paramartha comes here. Oh, yeah. Image, this thing, what works for you? There are various types of teachers. Some of them are tough, some of them are compassionate, some of them are. Personality differences is there. We are not creating carbon copies.
And some of them wear orange and some don't.
Some don't.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why? Last 2 days I wore the same color. Tomorrow I'll wear some color which is slightly different. Why? You're depending on what you get in the market. You won't always get the same color. So one of my students picked up some 50 meters of the same cloth. So Somni and I, we made 4 sets each. At least there's some consistency, you know. But the next lot maybe. No, I will wear the same thing. It's an image, Baba. Some people cover their heads. Some people will not. Yeah, travel by local transport in Bombay. You think I can wear all that? I will get off from the bus. The upper cloth will be left inside the bus and I will be outside. With one of the teachers, it happened with their dhoti.
Oh, no.
Luckily, he was wearing a kurta. I started wearing a belt after that. I don't want to be in that position. And somebody rolled up luckily for him, somebody rolled up the dhoti and threw it out to Maharaj ji. This is not a very practical dress. This is the concession I make for tradition. You think if I come in a suit, I'll be any different? I'm wearing a jeans and t-shirt. Will I be any different in my teaching? No. People may take some time to relate. Hey, Guru in jeans and t-shirt? Because there are certain images. So certain things I give in to. Maximum. Oh, you put nothing on your forehead? What type of it? What to do? God gave me an oily forehead. After my puja in the morning, I put something. It doesn't last half an hour, it goes away. Lord's message to me, not necessary. You're supposed to teach those characters who are not that looking for that type of tradition. Do what works for you. Yeah. Yeah. In my teaching, I'm very traditional. Some of you all modern arguments. Yep, contemporary. Yeah. Why do you think otherwise my teacher put me on this job? Create an ashram. Oh my God. Small budget is 18 crores. Where am I going to get the money from? Kangal. 500 bucks, 18 crores. Teacher wanted it because he thinks I'm a good teacher, good enough to create teachers for the future. Because up to you all and maybe your children, I can be there. Grandchildren, I may not be around that long. So how it happens? Create parampara. Parampara grows. So probably my teacher thought I was good enough for that. But he put me the whole job of creating the setup also. Okay, done. Ho jayega. Half the funds have already come in. So what's the problem? Other half, pipeline. I have not seen the pipeline, but it is there, I know. So, do what works. It'll work. Okay. There are 2 verses left, which you will see after.